What is the most bullshitty profession that actually exists? Story 1. There is more to it than that. If you have a big company with a big social presence, it can take a whole day. They may also be the ones doing the planning and content creation as well. It's super effective in getting people engaged with your brand and selling products. I hated doing it as part of my job and could never do it as a standalone job. Story 2. It's amazing to me how transparent the whole business model is. By creating bureaucratic red tape, or administrative overhead, insurance is sure to avoid having to reimburse some portion of appropriate care, as providers will simply not have the time/inclination to deal with the bullshit. Every time I do a prior authorization or peer-to-peer, it feels like I have to travel through some bizarro Kafkaesque world where the rules are totally made up and there's no one to justify any of them. I'll call the number on a prior authorization request, wait on hold for 5 to 10 minutes, only to be told I'm speaking with the wrong department, then be transferred somewhere else, hung up on/disconnected. Go through the entire thing with the wrong department, again, put in patient information/ID number/PA number according to the voice of some robot, wait on hold for the correct department, be asked by a person for the numbers I already told the robot. Why did I have to give them to the robot? Then be told that this can no longer be processed as the deadline has passed because reasons. Story 3. Literally have someone in my family that's convinced everyone she's psychic. It got to the point where my sister got mad at my nephew for getting vaccinated without her consent. He's 18. She would speak to our cousin who passed away too soon, see the dead when we were out at restaurants, and just say stupid bullshit like you will heal with your hands after I've told the family I'm interested in medicine. Be please. She also consulted my other sister that if she got pregnant with her current partner she should get an abortion. I'm pro-choice over here, but the only person who should be making that choice are the people involved in the baby-making process, you know. Ugh. Pisses me off. Story 4. In the US, the entire medical insurance industry. We pay more for insuring individuals than most countries pay to care for individuals. Beyond that, the cost-reducing policies of insurers creates a product, the care itself, which is focused on saving a little now and not focused on the long-term health of the patient. So, an inherently inferior product, but at least it's expensive. Story 5. All the people that help you buy a house, title guy that shows up late and just stamps things after you sign, the mortgage guy that is always behind and forgets things, forcing you to sign at 10 p.m. the night before it's due. One of the 70 inspectors that charge $1,000 have no stakes in this and miss everything. The other title guy that calls you back later, etc. Story 6. My former employer did a lot of lobbying. Environmental law and regulations heavily impact our industry. Our lobbyists consulted with various members of Congress to advise them which environmental laws need to be tightened, because it's not 1990 anymore, which laws need to be created, and which aspects of environmental law make no sense whatsoever. Members of Congress can't be expected to be policy experts on everything. They can't possibly know the ramifications of passing or repealing laws. There's a great chance that they have no idea how laws can be improved for the benefit of all. I can understand how 5 or 6 lobbies have shat in the pool for everyone else. But the overwhelming majority of lobbyists actually benefit you and future generations in ways you can't possibly fathom. The bad does not even remotely begin to outweigh the good. Story 7. My uncle was a lobbyist for a private company in transportation for a while. I asked him what they had him lobby for the most. Turns out most of it was spent trying to convince which parts of the state had the worst roads, as well as which areas were starting to see more delivery business without proper roads to support the amount of big rigs going through there. Story 8. I'd love to see to be Minister of Agriculture you have to have operated or worked in the farming industry at high level, or Minister for Health should be a doctor or hold a relevant medical education. Instead we have career politicians who then pay through the nose for farmers and doctors to advise them. Just cut the middleman.